Hello, hello, hello. Well, I'll tell you what, it's cold today. Some interesting results. I'm a little surprised that the United West Ham game. I don't know if you all watched it, but that United West Ham game finishing 1-0 to United. I mean, I watched it and it was pretty poor all round. You know, it's very defensive. Huge battle in midfield, which United actually came on top of. And Brentford, Wolves are still going on. Wolves are beating Brentford as well. But look at that, 12 wins in 12. Scored 34 goals, only conceded 7. And it feels good to have Walker back. It feels really good to have Walker back. I think once Walker picks up the pace again and gets back into his stride, with him and Cancelo at fullback, it could make a pretty good challenge for the Champions League. Southampton are not going to be an easy game, though. I think Southampton are going to be pretty tough. Like I said in my match preview, you don't really want to give anything away. You don't want to give anything away around the edge of the box. I think anything around the box, and we got issues. And Wolves have got third as well, Troy. Bonus, I'll be right back. Move that green screen a little bit. But yeah, this is a Ashley Adams. Tomorrow watching the Southampton goals here. Oh, top 5 Shea Adams goals. I'm just going through some highlights of David Silva. Remember that goal against Blackpool? Watching it. 3-2 or something, we won that game. Some of the I always find it amusing when I'm watching like Company or Fernandinho or someone lifting the Premier League trophy. Because a person handed it to them just can't get out of the way quick enough. The speed at which they lift the trophy, excitement just takes over. Wolves have won. The Wolves win, United win, and Newcastle win, unfortunately. Team Newcastle won. I don't know why people write off as our chance. They're just saying there that, you know, it's surprising to see us at the top of the league without a striker, but we had to deal without Aguero for large portions of last season, the season before. So we've been playing that without an in and out, like out and out striker for quite a long time. You could argue that we were playing Jesus, but let's be honest, even he was being mixed on the wings every now and then. Predominantly in the middle, but as we've seen this season, he's a lot stronger on the right. So you can make the argument we've not really had a striker about 3 seasons now. Game's about to kick off as well, and I think it's going to be an interesting game. Like I said, I think Southampton going to be tough to beat. Southampton got their ball draw against us at the Etihad earlier in the season. If they do the same here, it could be another 0-0. Anything can happen away from home. And I couldn't imagine life without Bernardo Silva this season. Fancy trying to sell him in the summer just for him to be this good. He's definitely stepped it up. Yeah, here we go, kicking off now. Players take the knee. And we're off. Really should have took the kickoff. And as expected, he has brought Diaz back. Shouldn't be surprised. Although Stones did brilliantly last week alongside Laporte. Because Laporte and Stones against Lukaku, he won nothing. He won absolutely nothing. And already Grealish has a free kick. Good start though. Good attacking intent. Grealish running with the ball immediately. Gets past Romeo. It's from down. I think if that was later in the half, I think if that was midway, it's 20-30 minutes in, that's probably a yellow. So De Bruyne folding over the free kick. It's going to be a folding one. And it's out for a corner. Corner after 1 minute 28 seconds. And this is what you need to do against teams like Southampton. You need to attack them straight away. Get an early goal if you can. Try and whip the ball in there, and if it was a little bit harder, it's going to the Diaz, who's unmarked. Sterling's fouled there. That's a blatant foul. He just pushes him over. We need another good game from Sterling today as well. Just like he did last week, just keep running at the defenders. Be aggressive on the ball. He was fantastic last week. Could have done with more off the ball, but I'm not going to have a go in for that. Cancelo wins it really well there on the halfway line. Golden resalks it back towards Grealish is just all over the place. Grealish looks like Grealish is the one in the false 9 position, dropping deep. Golden sticking to the left. Sterling's on the right. Braun and Cancelo work hard to win on the halfway line. Now Walker has it. And Diaz. Midway inside our own half. So Southampton are trying to push up. They are pressing really hard. We'll see how well they do keeping that up. Diaz concedes the free kick on Shea Adams, and I'll tell you what, I think he's kind of lucky. Yeah, it was definitely a foul, and I'm lucky he brought him down there and he gave the free kick because they had a chance to break if he misses that tackle. Again, I think a little, another 10-15 minutes in the half, possibly a yellow card. Southampton have a free kick like 45 yards out, which I don't think Ward-Prowse is going to shoot from. Absurd if he does. He looks like he's going to try and cross it to the back post. Left hand in the air. And that's a goal kick. I have no idea how Rodri got that to Bernardo, then how Bernardo got that away from the Southampton player. When we keep hold of the ball, now Laporte's gone left all the way to Cancelo. Who, heavy touch, has given Redmond a chance. And so did really well to bring it down. Now Grealish has it. Foden. To Sterling, who must give it out wide to Walker. Poor pass from Sterling. Yeah, he's prone to that. Sterling is really prone to soft touches. A good ball from Sterling though. Walker was in there. He probably would have whipped it right across the box, or smashed it across the 6-yard box. And instead now Redmond has it. And Southampton score. Walker Peters. Good move from Southampton, but it all started with Sterling's really, really poor pass. Walker. Like I said, Sterling's prone to it. Poor passing. He likes his little soft, delicate touches. But it's a good move from Southampton. They worked it really well. Walker Peters runs it. Gives it to Redmond. He cuts it back to Walker Peters. Touches left. Smashes it with his right. Walker, Edison, no chance. That's poor. Poor from City, that. Came from our attack. Yeah, we're going to be right up for it now. Right up against it. There's not a position we're normally familiar with falling behind first, but now we've got to do it. Southampton are well up for it, surprisingly as well. Quite a few empty seats, considering they're playing us. I don't know what Southampton's usual attendance is, but late on a Saturday, against top of the league, probably expect more fans. Sterling's poor cross. Batting at the defender that time though, took him on, got past him as well. Yeah. The fortunate thing for us, it did come in like really early on the goal. Bernardo this time can't give it to Walker. Walker's had, like twice, Walker's done a good overlap, and the ball to him has been really poor. Walker bombing up and down that right hand side. Southampton's been very aggressive on the challenges. 3 or 4 times I've seen Sterling or Bernardo pushed in the back once they've gotten rid of the ball. Grealish is down, another free kick. Well played by Laporte, steps forward, chested down on the halfway line. And Walker on the right. Using his pace, and this time he's just doing it himself. He's got Sterling in support. Roger with the diagonal, he loves them, he's good at them as well. Gives it to Walker on the right. He's giving it to Grealish. Gives it on to Bernardo. Gives it to Kev. Gives it back to Walker. Floats the ball in and doesn't quite make it Foden. There's no doubt Southampton going to have to do a lot of defending in this game. But so far, you've handled it really well. Bernardo was strong there, keeping the ball. Yeah, I think Sterling should be running down the line there. Ball past to Bernardo. Sterling's passing is awful. How he's so bad at that still, after all these years. It's unbelievable. Shocking pass by Sterling. This is where they score from, yeah. Like I said, Sterling, shocking ball. Oh my word, here's Southampton now breaking from the halfway line because that high line. Going back post. Walker's won the heads here, wait, but only to the edge of the box. Yeah, so far, I mean, City haven't created anything. Southampton had one chance and took it. It was a really good goal. Hey, Velvet, how's it going? Nice to see you. Yeah, I feel for you. United won today. Good result for them. I was surprised United beat West Ham. I am. I'm a little surprised. I mean, I watched it, and United actually won the midfield battle as well. I can't remember the last time they did that. So well played them. I think one of the other stories as well I'm looking forward to knowing is whether West Ham bottle the top four. Like if they completely fade away. Yeah, Rashford. That was a tapping, wasn't it? Couldn't miss. It was actually really good play by Cavani. Great ball across by Cavani. Sterling puts it in the box, but I mean, who's that to? No one. There's no one in there. When you put floater ball in like that, we're never going to head it. All our players are 5'7". Who's getting on the end of that? We've not got a striker. That's why we always put the ball like across the 6-yard box, low. Ba, 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 ba. The pass in there gets Grealish the ball. He gives it to Sterling on the right. Oh, that's a great ball by De Bruyne. Or final ball. Went near post for some reason. He should have just smashed it across the floor. Put it a bit further back. Great ball by Kev though. Yeah, it was Bernardo front post. Never going to get on the end of it. Even if he did, what was he going to do with that? Wasn't going to do anything with it. "18 minutes in though, and Southampton are playing really well. They've defended well, they've been solid. And the counter-attacks are looking dangerous. Grealish takes it well, turns well. Got Foden on his left, he should be giving that. And then he gives a really poor ball. Grealish should have gave it sooner, and then when he finally did give it, another bad ball. 2 or 3 times already. Final passes have been bad. They've been too sloppy. Ball does find its way to Foden finally. Now De Bruyne has it. Back post. Off a goal kick. We're down to the time wasting already. And out of a good press there. Sterling gives away the free kick. In fairness, I don't even think Sterling tried to play the ball in. Ooh. Really high press from City there. Gets a throw in on the edge of the Southampton box. What's the Southampton throw? Roger wins it back. Using his strength. Diaz is tripped. And it's a free kick on the halfway line. Ball was rolling. Gonna be retaken. Even I could see that was rolling still. Walker looking knackered. But he's moved up and down that line, him. Bolden's barely been in the game. Up and down the right hand side. Cancelo tries to give Bernardo. Oh, and Southampton did really well there. Was it, I think it's Ward-Prowse and Romeu. One touch is around De Bruyne. Southampton have scored, but the linesman's given offside. I mean, Walker claimed offside and didn't even run back. Walker didn't bother chasing him. He just called for offside straight away. He is offside. Only just. But it's a good finish. There you go. They've had two chances. They put the ball in the net twice. Fortunately, one of them's offside. I think this is going to be a tough game. I don't think people believed me earlier in the week with the preview. I'm telling you. And Laporte just kicks it straight out of play on the halfway line. Yeah, it's tough. Very tough. But they're playing really well. Southampton are definitely having the better game. We've had all the ball, but we're doing nothing with it. We're not creating anything. Our passing has been bad. Our defending so far has been pretty poor. We're lucky that he was offside, and he's only just offside. Sterling's going to give another free kick away. There we go. The thing with Sterling, he's crap, him, Sterling. The thing about him is that if one thing goes poorly for him, like it did earlier, he made a poor pass to Walker, which is how Southampton broke and got their goal. Since then, he's done nothing. He's not even tried. Once he scouts on the ball, he stands there with it and passes it back. He doesn't want to run with it. He can't tackle. Like he just completely drops as soon as one thing goes against him. And this is what used to happen with Sané. Armstrong got past Rodri and with his pace as well. Fortunately, Foden was there to help him out. But Southampton have it back. Recycled it. You know. Walker wins it back using his strength. Foden. This is what I mean. They've been much more aggressive winning that ball back. We've just been slow. That ball had made it to Shea, then he would have had the pace on Diaz. They win it back deep in their half, go for the long ball for Shea Adams. Like it's nothing we're not like expecting or used to. What teams do against us? They win it deep in their own half, smash it over the top. With Walker and Cancelo push forward, we've got no pace at the back. Now here's Grealish. Grealish did really well there actually, because he could have cut the ball back sooner. He didn't. Committed the defender and then cuts the ball back, and he nearly made it through to Sterling at the back post. And a quick corner and it goes nowhere. Cancelo's going to whack it from 30 yards here. Over. I can certainly see why we take the quick corners, because we're not going to win anything in the box, but keep it did really well to get fought into that. But it was good play by Foden to give it to Grealish, and then it was good play by Grealish, because he could have lost that a lot sooner than what he did, or try to put it in sooner. Didn't. Strong against Diaz. Oh my god, and he's passed it through. He's dived there, ref. Ref's given offside, but I tell you what, he dived. I think he dived. I don't even think Edison touched him, but they're ripping us apart when they get the ball in our half. He is off. And watch this. I think he dived. I think he dived. Yeah, I mean, Edison touched him, but by the time he goes down, he's already pulled his hands away. Would have been an interesting one. Sterling looks offside. He's got all space on the ball. This is what I mean. Sterling not running with the ball. Not running with the ball. Tries to ball in early. It's a poor cross. That's what I mean by him. If one thing goes against him in the game, that's it then. He's had it. That's a corner, that. I think if any other player on the pitch had thrown that ball away, then he would have given a yellow, but because it was a keeper. Here we go. Short corner. Doing nothing with it. Back to Cancelo. This time puts the ball into the box. I'm surprised Rodri didn't attack it at the back post. He just watched it instead. Because it was a good cross. It was a good ball. Would he have made it? Maybe. Diaz had a little tug, which is why he couldn't attack it. That was good defending that. Here they go again on the break. It's 4-on-4 here. We have got back now in numbers. 1-4 Southampton back to the halfway line. That's a good ball out wide. Walker's let that go. We got lucky there. Now Sterling's trying to break, but he's not running with the ball. Look at him not running. Loses it. He's dog shit him. I don't know how people defend him so much. I'd probably cash in at the end of the season. I fall on Grealish again. Grealish gonna get himself booked for acting angrily. Surprised he's not booking Bednarek there. It's like the third time he's done it. Yeah, there you go. He's saying but he's gonna probably book Grealish as well for acting that way. Oh, that's high, that. Definitely yellow. You're trying to wind him up. That's well taken by Cancelo on the left there. We got to attack more down the left because we've been poor down that right hand side. Every one of the attacks has been down that right. Like every single one. Yeah, he got it to Walker in the end. He actually did well to get it to him. Here's Sterling though. Walker. Sterling. Walker made the run. He's got it. Maybe a corner? Yeah, it's a corner. Probably didn't want a corner there, actually. Probably a good... Another short one. These haven't gone particularly well. Yeah, it's tough. It was close. Nearly at the top corner. Oh, I'd love to have Ferran Torres back right now. absolutely love it. They've been a lot stronger and a lot more aggressive than us. And the passing has been much better than ours as well. Their decision making has been on point towards the end of the year. In the final third. He got a little bit lucky there. We look so poor at the back today. Sterling. Falls down, gets the free kick. He doesn't deserve it. He just collapses. We need to change it up in the second half, but unfortunately, we don't use plan Bs or plan Cs, so we're going to do exactly the same thing. The players just need to have a little bit of a kick. And Pep needs to rip into them at half time, fire them up a little bit. I mean, if it's Football Manager, I guess you just throw in the water bottle. Grealish did well there to keep hold of the ball as long as they didn't, you know, Foden couldn't quite get it away. Nice, Diaz gives it to Laporte. Takes it really well. Foden again. And Sterling misses. Oh my god. Honestly. Why did... How's he done that? How's he missed that chance? Foden was brilliant there. But yeah, Foden's confidence in this game is 0. It's not like the Chelsea game at all. And there's no conviction. The ball rolls to him. He doesn't go onto it. He lets the ball come to him, and then he just smash it. But instead, he just kind of tries to pass it. Look at him. Oh. There's no guarantee he's going to score anyway. But it's just the way he takes it that's frustrating. Because he should just hit the ball as hard as he can. If the keeper saves it or defender clears it off the line, fine. But show a bit more conviction. Laporte's holding his neck, yeah, like it's been elbowed. I don't know. Didn't see it. They've shown the replay. The ref's just saying it's a foul only, I think. I mean, he looks at him. And then waves his arm. Possibly a yellow. Sterling on the right again. Ball crossed by Walker. Oh, made it to De Bruyne. He's half volley, can't quite get through the box. Yeah, they're quite a physical team, Southampton. And it shows as well because they're really putting the bodies into ours when they're challenging, as you should. De Bruyne tried a half volley in the 18-yard box, but defense did well again. Did enough, put him off. If Southampton were coming away with it. They are defending really well, Southampton. Looks a little bit desperate by City at times. That final ball just looks like they're trying to force it. Walker made a good run. Lucky. Walker gives it out for a throw. Unlucky. Yeah, De Bruyne wound up for that. Oh, Redmond, he did really well, Redmond there. That's good defending. We may have had all the possession, but I think they've been the better team. I really do. Yeah, we've had 74% possession there. We've only had 3 shots. They've had 2. And they could have been 2-0 up if he wasn't offside for the second one. Southampton's game plan is working really well. Sterling running. No way, Redmond does well there. Yeah, Roger volleys wide, unlucky. At least it's another shot though. Now we can say we've had 4 attempts. Awful shot, but at least it's a shot. He's not happy for some reason, I don't know why. The bench a little bit upset about things. Probably the time wasting. I've told him to sit down. It's better. We're working from side to side. Rodri gives it out wide to Walker, hits it first time across the 6-yard box. Good idea, good plan. But keeper cleans in the end. But it's the right idea, and at least we did something. We created an opening. We've not created many of them. Looks like he's going to get a half-time 1-0 Southampton. Would have taken that 20 minutes ago. The frustrating thing is that we've had all the ball and not creating anything with it. I think Walker's been our best forward player. Then loses it in the box. Yeah, I think Walker's been our best forward player, which is shocking to think. But the problem is, when Walker bombs up that right-hand side, they hit us on the break. That Adams is quick, and he's quicker than Diaz and Laporte. Oh, that's another great ball, that. Fuck yeah, unlucky that. That's a great ball through to Walker. Who did that pass then? Was it Rodri? Oh, it was De Bruyne. Unfortunately, the ball across would have gone nowhere anyway. But it's still good defending. Yeah, Sterling couldn't get that chance out of his feet. He given offside there. I think he's given offside against Walker, which it wasn't. Oh, hell. Hey, Amy, how's it going? Edison claims it. This time we tried the long ball over the top for Foden. Doesn't quite pull. Maybe a chance for one more attack. Sterling again. I don't think Sterling's got any confidence in this game. He had a couple of bad things and he's just not done anything since then. He's not even tried, really. A great ball in. I think it's from Walker again. Cancelo. Puts it back for Bernardo. Oh no, it's Grealish. Bounce off him. Keeper has it, and that's going to be half time. Yeah, that's half time. That's annoying, that. But I mean, Southampton, you know, we've had all the ball again, but we're not creating anything. So I'd say Southampton deserved that. I would. Southampton definitely deserved that. We've been shocking. That right hand side, without Walker, we probably wouldn't have gone down the right hand side at all. Foden's not been in the game much. Bernardo's been a bit of everywhere, but nowhere at the same time. Grealish has had the ball a couple of times and he's had some good moments. I think he only did one poor pass I can think of when he should have gone to Foden on the left. And their goal. I mean, defensively wise, could we have done more? I don't know. So they played really well there. Nice passing around. And they took the goal really well. It was a good volley. Walker Peters, it was a good goal. Bennett outside of the foot, round Edison, round there, Laporte, who was blocking Edison's view. Great finish. But it all came from Sterling's poor pass to Walker. And it's not the only poor pass Sterling's done. And I mean, I'd take Sterling off, but I don't think he would. I don't think he's ever going to take Sterling off. I don't remember him taking Sterling off once. And last week against Chelsea in that second half, Sterling was absolutely knackered. He couldn't even run. He still didn't take him off. Who did he take off in the end? It was Foden he took off. Took Foden off against Chelsea, even though Sterling was the one that couldn't run. So, you know, I've got no complaints of how this is going so far. What's it? We've had 4 shots. They've had 2. It could have been 2-0 up as well. But fortunately for the offside, it was a good finish. Edison was too late coming out. And Walker let him play it. So we need to mix up, but again, we don't use plan Bs, we don't use plan Cs. That's what the other teams do. We don't do that. We just do one thing, which is play our way. So realistically, you're looking at it and you're thinking, take players off, but who's he going to take off? Only player I can see making a difference coming off would be Sterling, but he's not going to take him off because I just don't think he would. If anything, if he's going to bring Jesus on, I can see him taking someone like Grealish off. Or Foden, since Foden's not been in the game. Neil put Sterling left-hand side, Jesus right. If Gundogan comes on, we'll have better in the midfield, but who'd you bring off for him? De Bruyne? I don't think so. Rodri's not going to take off. Bernardo? He could take Bernardo off. But again, he could just mix up and take off Grealish and Foden. Put Sterling on the left, Jesus on the right. Really? It's tough for Grealish because Grealish is playing in the middle. I think he'd do better. I think he would have done better if Foden was in the middle, Grealish on the left. But it is what it is. I mean, maybe you bring Jesus on, swap Foden to the middle, or Grealish on the left. Try that out. It's a shame we've not got Mahrez. Because Mahrez could just come straight on the right. Break Southampton down. Again, we're not going to change anything up. Walker's bombing down that right-hand side doing the overlap plenty of times, but we're not getting the ball to him enough. We got it to him once, I can think of there, which was that De Bruyne pass towards the end of the half. It was a great pass as well. A great ball from De Bruyne. And Walker likes to smash it across the 6-yard box, but there's no one running on the end of it, and the keeper did well to gather it. I don't know. They've been more aggressive, they've been more physical, and their decision making has been a lot better than ours. So, you know, what are you gonna do? Southampton, I don't think Southampton is our bogey team. Southampton pulled off a bore draw at the Etihad game. You know? Yeah, I think Southampton put in a boring game in the, and they could have actually won that game. But no, they did well there. But then you also look at Palace. Palace do us at the Etihad every bloody season. You know? Yeah, we need to put the ball in the box, of course we do. You know? This is the thing. Man, the score does say no, you're right. Being aggressive. Goalline, oh, I'm dreaming, I'm praying it's 0-0. That's why. I'll update it for you all. But yeah, I think, you know, there you go. All for you. So it's definitely correct. In fact, it should be 2-0 Saints. I mean, I'm praying City win. I can see Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace would have done well against Liverpool tomorrow, but I don't think they got Zaha. Without Zaha, they're a different team. Sterling is poor. Sterling needs to go off the pitch. We need to sell Sterling. Sterling is really bad. He's been bad for a long time. My favourite player is De Bruyne. I love De Bruyne. Although I also like Bernardo and Foden. KDB's doing what he needs to do. He's all around the pitch. He's dropping deep as well to collect the ball. But when you play the entire game in the Southampton half, when you have 11 players in that area, with our entire team as well, he's not going to find much space, really. And yeah, Sterling's miss was shocking. Sell Sterling to Newcastle. Would I sell Sterling to Newcastle? Maybe. He'd fit in there. Fair, if you had Sterling on one side and you had Maximin on the other, you got a bit of pace. Roger's been incredible this season. Bernardo's been good. I think Stones has done really well when he's come in. Grealish has been really poor. I don't think Grealish has been good this season at all. No, Sterling never can make a decision up. That's his problem. Sterling's problem is he can't make up his mind. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't pass. He doesn't shoot. He just kind of gets stuck in between each time. That game against Chelsea last week, he was brilliant against Chelsea. He got tired in the second half, but on the ball, he was fantastic. He worked really hard. He played really well. And this half, he did that one poor pass to Walker, which let Southampton break, score, and then since then, his head's completely dropped and he's hit zero. He's hit zero. You know? Zero confidence still, you know? Do we need a striker? Maybe. But what striker fits in this team? We played last season pretty much without a striker because Aguero was injured. The season before, we played a lot of it without a striker because Aguero was injured. We've not really had a striker for 3 or 4 years. So, I don't think St. Newcastle can be the Arab derby. You know? Nice to see the Liverpool fans in. Watching a proper team. Grealish is not a false number 9. Grealish should be on the left. Foden should be in the false number 9 position. Foden should be in the middle. Not Grealish. I think we need to get Gabriel on. We need Jesus on the pitch on the right. Clinical striker. I don't know who we signed though. I mean, what striker would we sign that would fit in that team? We don't really put balls on the boxes. We whip it in. That's why Ferran Torres would have been a great player to keep where you wanted to go. Him to the opposition. I am surprised we went for Kane. Kane doesn't really fit our usual player. He's a little bit older than we normally go for. Only by a few years. And he does seem to get injured a lot. Lukaku, I don't think so. Looking at the way Lukaku's gone at Chelsea, I don't see how it would have benefited us. He's not. I'm not saying he's not a good player. It's just his mentality seems to be off. He didn't seem to get on with the United setup. He didn't get on well with the Chelsea one originally. I know Lukaku's an interesting one. Southampton, yeah. Jesus has done really well. Since we put Jesus on the right hand side, he's done really well. Players are tired. I don't think players are tired. We've had a week off. Over Christmas, we were playing every 3 days. I don't think the players are tired at the moment. And it's an international break, isn't it, after today? I think it's an international break after today. A little bit of luck. We need to be more aggressive. Beating Southampton isn't for everybody, but then again, neither's beaten Chelsea. Chelsea got smashed by, or was it Liverpool? Liverpool. Beating Liverpool's tough as well. Arsenal were poor in that game against Liverpool. I expected more in that semi-final. What are you going to do? Because Arsenal have been a strange team this season. Yeah, Arsenal fans have... I don't know why Arsenal fans love bantering at the moment. The only good thing they've done is take Arteta off us. Because he's probably going to be our next manager. Probably. But overall, we've done alright. Just been a poor game. We can't win them all. We've won 12 in a row. We're bound to lose one. I mean, last time we went on a run like this, who was it? It was United, wasn't it? They put an end to it. At least we're getting beat away from home rather than at home. I'd rather us win our home games. strangely, I think we've actually done better away from home this season than at home. We beat Chelsea away, drew with Liverpool. Probably should have won that game. Beat United away. Yeah, we got beat by Tottenham beginning of the season, but we had half our team. We didn't even have a pre-season. They only came back the week before. I think we've done really well away from home this season. Just at home. Let ourselves down a few times. Southampton draw. The Crystal Palace defeat. We were poor. That was such a poor game. I've already told you who my favourite City player is. It's the De Bruyne and Bernardo. I also like Foden. I like everyone. There's not a player on that pitch I really don't like. United's win today surprised me. Yeah, I didn't see United winning today. Yeah, but Arsenal bottled it like they do everything. Arsenal should have won that game, but they bottled it. It got a bit too scary for them and ended up getting sent off, and that was it. Lost their heads. That was the Arsenal problem. Lost their heads as usual. Who do I think is going to get relegated? That's tough, that, you know. Who's going to get relegated? Because even Watford and Norwich, Watford are going down. Norwich had a good win. Newcastle had a win. I can see Burnley going down. I don't see how Burnley get a win. And they sold Wood. I can't believe they sold Wood. Newcastle as well. So I don't see Burnley getting wins. I don't see Watford ever getting a win. It's tough down there, isn't it? Everton could go down, but I don't think so, because I think now Rafa's gone, they'll start playing better. Which player would I take from Chelsea? Mount. I'd only take Mount from Chelsea. Although, actually, no, I wouldn't. Not right now, because where would he put in our team? I'd actually take Werner from Chelsea. I really like Werner. He doesn't score goals, but if you put him on our right-hand side, we're going to cause a few issues. You know? Game's about to kick off as well. I really like Werner. As for my all-time favourite player, my hero when I was growing up, for some reason, was David Platt. I don't know why. Well, my favourite City player growing up was David White. Whoops. Maybe I just like David as a name. I have no idea. But yeah, I really like David White growing up. But the first player whose name I had on my City shirt was King Clancy. Probably like a lot. How old was I then? About 8? Yeah, I had King Clancy on my shirt. That was my first name I had on the back of the shirt. If we don't win Champions League, the thing is, everyone goes on about the Champions League. I couldn't care less about it. And I think a lot of City fans couldn't care less about it. He just grabbed Edison's dick. We want to win it because we want to win every game. Who doesn't want to win every game? But the problem is, City win the Champions League, and then what happens? You know? That's a good save from Edison. He was straight at him, fortunately. But if City win the Champions League, then it's, oh, you've only won it once. You got to win it 5 times. Then you got to win it 10 times. So I don't care. I don't put anything into the Champions League at all. When Pep leaves, we're probably going to be in a bit of trouble for a year or two. But then again, we've got a really good system in place. Before Pep, we built this structure. We're not going to change our structure when Pep leaves. So someone's just going to have to come in and carry it on. Who will that be? I would have said Arteta, but now he's at Arsenal. It'll still be Arteta. I don't think he'd turn us down if we offered him the job. Who else? I'd really like Hans Flick. I think he'd be a good manager for us. I know everyone goes on about Potter, and I'm not saying Potter's a bad manager, but I don't know if he'd go from Brighton to City. Maybe he would. I don't know. Cavani offside. It's close, isn't it? They didn't show it on the replay, the Cavani offside. But I don't think West Ham were robbed. I mean, maybe if he was offside, they were, but I thought United played really well in that game. Surprisingly. United actually won the midfield battle. That's good defending that. Laporte back post. Open net if he'd missed that. No, not winning the Champions League. The Champions League isn't everything. Everyone goes on about the Champions League with us. I mean, honestly, I'd rather win the league. I'd rather win the league every single year than the Champions League. And like I said, if you win the Champions League, you win it once. And then we're the champion. Then we're champions of Europe, and everyone's telling us we need to win it 5 times to be a good team, and we have to win it 10 times to be a good team. They just keep moving the post. Don't care about the Champions League, not one bit. I'd rather us keep winning the league. And this season's not over yet anyway. This season's the fight's still on this season. Liverpool are irrelevant. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know where Liverpool go after Klopp. Because I don't think Liverpool's team... Oof. I don't think the Liverpool team are as good as they are without Klopp. I don't. Defending again. Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool ever beat Burnley. Liverpool are a good team. I think they're the only team that can challenge City consistently. They're the only team I ever worry about playing. I don't worry about anyone else. You can get beat by anyone. You know? But Liverpool are the only team I expect to challenge us consistently. Well, we started the second half better, but we're still not doing anything with the ball. Some good half chances, though. Like, good crosses. Just, I get that final touch. But I'd take Trent at City. Maybe. I wouldn't swap him for Walker. I'm not saying he's not as good as Walker or better than Walker. I just wouldn't take him over Walker. I think Walker's underrated for us. I think he's a really strong player. I think he plays really well for us. But after Walker, would I take him? Like, if we didn't have him? Yeah, I would. I can't think of another right back I'd prefer over Trent. Like, for anyone else. So... Well, I mean, you could say that Liverpool get found out, but we don't change how we play. We just got good technical players. That's how we win most of our games. We don't have a plan B or plan C. We only have plan A. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And it's not working against Southampton. Klopp is a crybaby. Klopp does whinge a lot. But I think with Klopp and what's his name? Tuchel. I like Tuchel as well. I like Klopp. I really like Klopp as a manager, and I really like Tuchel as a manager. But I think, like, with people like that, when they lose, they get really bitter and really sore, and you expect it. Like when Ronaldo got subbed against, was it Villa? Whoever he got subbed against, I can't remember. Winners hate losing. I mean, I'm the same, you know. You play COD or you play FIFA. I mean, I lose on FIFA, I lose my shit. That's the same with anyone, and so you want that from your manager, really. But I mean, they love a good whinge. I think when you compare teams from the 80s to teams of now, football's changed so much, you know? Liverpool did really well to get back and defend against them there. But Southampton looked dangerous on the counter-attack. They're doing us every time. I mean, you can't say we'd be a mid-table team when we won the league with Mancini and we won the league with Pellegrini. We're winning trophies without Pep. So I don't think that's true. I think you're being a bit salty there, which I understand. But yeah. We got lucky there again. Yeah, we're going to lose this game. Yeah, Pellegrini. And you can laugh at Pellegrini, but he won the league. He won the league with a worse team than this, although we did have Aguero and company and Silva at the best. And the Pellegrini. We had Yaya as well. And Jekyll. Jekyll carried us a lot that season. People underestimate that. Jekyll's second half of the season after Christmas was phenomenal. I love Jekyll. Kev did really well just to keep that ball. Where would City be without the takeover? Probably in the Championship. And you all act like I've not seen City play shit. My first City game was in '86. When I was in high school, we got relegated 3 times. Well, I mean, we might not even be a club, because before the takeover, don't forget, we had Shinawatra, that clown, who got done for fraud after buying us. That's why he sold us. We were a mess. We had Stuart Pearce as a manager. We won 1 game at home. Oh, what an awful season that was. Broke so many records for the wrong reasons that year. And Sven bloody Eriksson. It was an interesting team, that. When Joey Barton was taking all our set pieces. Joey Barton taking all our set pieces. You know? Yeah, I mean, the thing about football, chat, everyone's opinion's wrong and everyone's opinion's right. You're never going to change anyone's mind, are you? Am I going to change anyone's mind by saying City are the best team ever? It doesn't matter what I think, what anyone else thinks. No one wins that conversation. The only people who agree with you, they're your own fans, so I don't really take too much on it. City would be mid-table. Well, so would Liverpool without money. So would Chelsea without money. So would United without money. You act like we're the only club who spend. I think City have invested the money better than anyone else. And I'm not just talking players. I'm talking structure-wise. I'm talking in Manchester, what they've done. I mean, if you've never been to Manchester, it's a different beast since they took it over. The infrastructure in the East Manchester is incredible. And I believe they're now trying to build the biggest concert venue in Europe. Indoor concert venue in Europe. I believe that's what they're about to build. Hey, Barney. You know? So everyone goes on about money, but it's just bitterness, really. You know? Everyone spends money. Got hit by Foden. And actually, one of the things we're seeing with City at the moment as well, which is really good, which I think everyone really likes. I mean, obviously all the teams are not going to like it. But one of the things we're seeing a lot of now is our youth team getting a good go. With Foden coming through, Palmer, he's going to be a more solid player for us next season. We've got players like McAtee. Liam Delap could be a really good player for us if we give him a chance. But he's been injured, I think, for a lot of the season. But that Delap looks good. Our youth team now is being used, which is good. West Ham. I'm sorry about West Ham. And West Ham have done well this season. Rice. I don't see us signing Rice or going for him. I really can't see it because everyone tells me we need a striker, and I'd agree we need a striker. We need someone who's going to play up front for us day in, day out. But we also need a left back because we don't have a left back. We don't have one. Cancelo's playing left back, but he's a right back. And if Cancelo and Walker both get injured, then we don't have a right back. Because Cancelo is the backup right back. So we need a striker and we need a left back. So I don't see us buying Rice. I don't see us going again for Kane. Unlucky Roger, that 25-yarder over the bar. Now you see, the thing is with Messi, right? Okay, so Messi and Ronaldo. I had this conversation with my dad in pre-season. I was frustrated a little about not going for either of them. And I'll tell you why. Even if we didn't play them, if we'd gone for Messi. Oh, Jesus is on finally. Who did he take off? Sterling. That came an hour too late. You can't play Sterling the next game. He's been so bad. So yeah, I agree with that change. So if we'd gone for Messi, I don't think you'd ever be able to call it the empty hat again. Because it'd always be full. Not with City fans. City fans still wouldn't go. But it would be full of fans from all over the place. Because fans these days, this generation, support players. They don't support teams. So if we'd sign Messi, we'd have all of Messi's fans instantly at the ground. So, you know. And then you're looking at shirt sales, so how much more money we'd make. And we're already running in a profit, which people, you know, don't respect enough either. Same with Ronaldo. If we'd done the same with Ronaldo, even if we didn't play him, we'd have all his fans. You know? Sterling is a liability. Sterling is crap. I want us to sell him. He's so bad. He hasn't done anything for 2 years. Since he asked for that contract and asking for more money than De Bruyne, which we all had a good laugh at, and the club said no. Because why would we pay you more than De Bruyne? He's been shit. You know? Hey, thanks, Noah. I get you. I get you. And Grealish hasn't been worth £100 million. I like Grealish. I'm a big fan of Grealish. I wanted us to sign him when he was in the Championship with Villa. I think he's a great player. But so far, 100 million? No. But it's his first season, and I do agree that he's probably getting away with it. So Sancho's having a bad time at United. Lukaku's having a bad time at Chelsea in terms of money like spent and flops. Unlucky Jesus. Grealish would probably be having the same problem. Everyone would be calling Grealish a flop. Like all the media and everything. But because we're winning games, it's just going under the radar a little bit. You know? Which striker would I sign? What striker would I sign? When you look at who would fit in our team and the way we play, if I'm thinking big name players, like on Football Manager, I signed Haaland, obviously. And I think he's got 40 goals with 10 games left. He's ridiculous. Those goals for fun on that. But I think Mbappe probably plays better the way for us, because Mbappe can work on the left, on the right. He's got the pace we'd use. And we're not going to be putting the ball in the air. We're going to be whipping it across the 6-yard box like with power. So Mbappe would work with the team better than Haaland. Obviously, we're not going to sign Mbappe. There's no way we're going to afford him. And I don't think he'd come to us anyway. I think players like that always just want to go Spain. So, and that's why I was disappointed we got rid of Torres, because if we'd kept Torres, he's perfect for us, Ferran Torres. And he scored for Barcelona the other day, but he didn't want to stay. If he doesn't want to stay, get rid of him. We did the same thing with Sané. He asked to leave, so we let him go. One of those. Not going to keep him. We don't want people we want to play. What are we saying about Grealish? Grealish. I mean, Liverpool were bad defending champions, but yeah, they had a lot of injuries back then, to be fair to them. Their team got massively disrupted. Their entire defence got wiped out. But yeah, they were a bad defending chance. But you don't forget United, after Ferguson left, what did they finish? 7th or something? They were poor as anything, United, that season. Which you'd expect after Ferguson leaves, of course. And he did leave United with a poor, poor team. But I mean, City have had some shocking teams as well. It just looks a bit desperate by City, doesn't it? Everything's with pace and force. Like, we're forcing every single pass. We're not chilled. We're desperate to score. Just anything but a defeat, really. I'd take it. No. But yeah. Football's a funny old game. I mean, I have to live with listening to Ronaldo's good header by Laporte, actually. That counts. I don't know if it's going to count. Kind of looked offside. He's well onside. Good goal. Waffling. I'm not waffling. Sterling's awful. Sterling is a bad player. He needs to go. Sterling really needs to get sold. Yeah, Sterling really needs to go, I'm afraid. Cashing on him while we can. Anyone who rates Sterling is not a City fan, I know that. I'm going to support someone else, which is fine. You can like Sterling. I don't. I don't like him. And as a season ticket holder, I can tell you now, the City fans around me do not like him. We find him more frustrating than anything. Like I said, the Chelsea game, brilliant. Chelsea game, he showed confidence, he showed aggression, he's running with the ball. But then when it came to today, yeah, he makes one poor pass, Southampton break, score, and his head completely drops. And he hits zero confidence from that. And so he was shit all game. Foden is so good, isn't he? I love Foden. Unlucky. De Bruyne's poor pass back to, cut back to Grealish. Take him back. You could take him back to Liverpool. I mean, where would he fit in the Liverpool team? Wouldn't he be just like Oxlade-Chamberlain? Just like fringe player, doesn't really do anything, just comes on in the cups. Plays when Klopp's run out of ideas. You know? I don't see him. I mean, I guess if Salah goes in the summer, would Salah go in the summer? He's not signed his contract yet, has he? Is he waiting for a big bump of pay? I don't know. What's Salah waiting for exactly? Important moments. The thing is, in important moments, when he's on one-on-one with a keeper, Sterling, he misses his one-on-ones. And the reason why is because he thinks too much. I think if you'd seen that All or Nothing City documentary, when we still had Arteta and stuff, there's a conversation between Arteta and Pep. And they're talking about how Sterling, when he missed against Burnley, he said this, Sterling just thinks too much. When he should just put his foot through the ball. And it's true. He just thinks too much. And then he does nothing. He falls over, or he kicks the ball really softly, you know? His mentality is just a little bit wrong. And he's just not got that out of him. Southampton on the cosh now. Yeah, I think Sterling would be a good rotation player, and that's pretty much what we've used him as this season. The big thing is, when we had a full squad, it was interesting, Pep's lineup, because he didn't trust Mahrez and he didn't trust Sterling. He wasn't playing him in the big games earlier in the season. He'd always play Foden, he'd always play Jesus, he'd play Grealish. It was interesting, he was leaving them out at the beginning of the season. We had Torres back then as well, of course, earlier on. But obviously, we've needed them a little bit more now, particularly with Mahrez away on international duty. And look forward to getting him back. I think he would have done a little bit better on the right today. But I think in the preview, I said we had to play Jesus. Jesus needed to play today from the start. Jesus' work effort is second to none on that right hand side. There's no one else on the right hand side on the wing who gives us that work rate. No one. 15-goal winger. I don't know how many goals he's got to like this season, but it ain't 15. Honestly. I see Sterling week in, week out. If you're just watching the highlights, you might see him score every now and then. But if you watch the 4 games like you're at the grounds, he's not that good. He's really not. I think it is time he goes. He might do better at another team, you know, if he goes back to Liverpool or whatever, Arsenal, I don't know. I think he wants to go Real Madrid, didn't he? I think he said he wanted to go Real Madrid last season. Let him go. I don't think they'd ever sign him. Oof! De Bruyne off the post, bloody hell. You know. Do I remember the Sterling miss against Leon? Sterling's misses against everyone, honestly. There's so many teams he's missed again. Sterling was at his best like 4 years ago when he was scoring that late goal against Southampton when they had Van Dijk, and he scored that last kick of the game against Burnley. That was the season Sterling was at his best for. Since then, gone downhill. He's not improved. I'm not saying he has to improve, but he's not stayed at the same level either. Yeah, I mean, if he was playing back then, honestly, if Sterling was playing like he was 4 years ago or 3 years ago, because last year he was bad, and the shocking thing about last season, Pep really let everyone down last season in the Champions League final. He brings in Sterling and he brings in Fernandinho for the Champions League final. Shocking decisions, absolute shocking. He went for sentiments rather than quality in the semi-final against Paris Saint-Germain. In the quarter-final against Borussia Dortmund, he played the same team, Mahrez on the right, Foden on the left, and bloody hell, who was in the middle for us then? Was it Foden in the middle? Was it Torres? I don't even know. We didn't play Sterling, and he didn't play Fernandinho, and then he swapped it for the Champions League final, and we didn't even try. The Champions League final, we didn't even make an attempt to win that game. And it's like when we got to the semi-final of the Champions League or the way back, when we got knocked out by Real Madrid. I think it was an own goal by bloody Fernando. My God, what a shit team that was. When Pellegrini was in charge. Semi-final against Real Madrid. We got beat 1-0 on that group because of an own goal. We didn't try. We didn't try and win that game. We bottled it. It was a How have we not scored that? And it's the same thing that happened last season. Pep plays a poor team and we just can't hit the same levels. You know? Nah, say you're not boring. Do you know what? Someone said to me the other, like, I've been hearing about boring this and boring that. I will say, because I go to all the home games, that I don't always stand up. Like when we scored against Chelsea, I was up. It was a good goal. Or usually, like against Arsenal, I didn't celebrate. We beat them 5-0 Arsenal at home early in the season. I didn't celebrate one of the goals. I was just talking to my dad through the whole thing. And it's not because it's boring. It's just that it's what we're meant to be doing. You know, you come to expect a certain level. And I was going to the City games and we were shit, you know, and we were getting beat by everyone. And you could make an argument saying that football was more fun when your team's bad. You know, and I've never liked it when United fans have always said, oh, you know, we're Man United, we deserve this, we deserve that. No one deserves anything in football. You have to work for it. You know? And these City players work for these victories, and they work for the wins and the trophies. Yeah, they got bought for a lot of money and they get paid a lot of money, but they work hard. That's a foul. How's that not a foul? Probably a foul. Tough to say, actually. Yeah, I mean, it was back then. So when I was going to Main Road, you know, because I remember being at Main Road when we got beat by Wimbledon 4-0. You know, we were getting beat by Grimsby. I was at Main Road when, you know, got beat by Stockport. I was at Stockport when they beat us. You know, I remember all them games. I remember when we had Berkovic and... That's a poor pass, that. You know, we were getting beaten. It was a little bit more fun because it was a bit more unexpected, I suppose. I guess you could say that. Football was a little bit unexpected. You didn't know which way it was going to go. But now, when you lose, you just got every team saying you're a dead team and that'd be Southampton, blah, blah, blah. So it just gets the same monotonous thing, you know? If you win, everyone calls it boring. If you lose, everyone's calling you a joke. Dead team, shit manager. You can't win. You can't win anymore. If I got in an AFCON, Ivory Coast look good, don't they? Ivory Coast are battering everyone. And I didn't see Ivory Coast being a decent team this time around. I wasn't expecting the poor performances from Algeria. But yeah, I reckon Ivory Coast. Well, I think our system and our structure has been really, really strong. Yeah, we got Pep and we got a lot of money and stuff, but we do make profit every year. You know, in fact, you know, this week, was it this week? Week before. Week before, it was revealed that for the first time in the Premier League, we've made more money than United. How about that? We overtook United for income. Shocking. Just imagine if we got Ronaldo or Messi on top of that. Well, I think it's the way we work hard for sponsorships, and, you know, you can't write off all the community work we do either. You know, even when we were a bad team in the second division, you know, we were in the second division when I was in high school. Even then, it was always the City coming to the school and doing all the coaching and things. It wasn't never United. Never saw them. We had a women's team in the 90s. United only made theirs, what, 4 years ago? You know, so it's about the work you do with your fans and community as well. And you can't overstate what they do. So fair play. Fair play to the owners as well for pumping money into the club like that. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said earlier, like football, the thing about football, I'm a City fan, you're not a City fan. I'm going to tell you how good City are, you're going to disagree. Where does that conversation go? Nowhere. It just gets to name calling, you know? That's what football is. Football is exactly that. It's just name calling. Grown men. Like being on the playground again. That's all it is. In fact, I actually don't care too much, and because my dad, anyone who knows my dad will tell you that he's the worst City fan on the planet. He's been a City fan since the 60s. He's seen it all. He hates City with a passion. He was, after the Chelsea game, on the way back from the Chelsea game, he was telling me we should sell De Bruyne because of how crap he is. It's a pen. But yeah, so that's my dad for you, you know? No, I'm not turning my nose up at Sterling. I'm not turning my nose up at Sterling. I just don't think he's good. It's not like I don't look at other teams and think, why is he playing? You know? Like United, I look at United and I think to myself, Rashford, he should probably be sold now. Does great stuff outside the club, by the way. I'm a big fan of his community work. His community work is phenomenal. Yeah, his community work is so good, and I appreciate all the stuff he does for the kids who can't eat at home. You know, for the school free school dinners and stuff. Love that. And I've met him a couple of times. He's a good guy. Him and Lingard, they're good laughs. They're good to check. That's a pen, that mate. So I enjoy watching football. I love football, but I only ever watch my team really. He's just giving a corner. What's he giving it? But it was a foul. Should have given it. Oh, that's a dirty foul. That's a yellow all day. Maybe even more. The foul on the pole was nasty. It was high. I don't think he meant it though. I don't think he meant it, but he did get him in the thigh. It was a high tackle. Let's have a look. Oh! He's lucky. I think if he'd hit him harder, that's a red. I mean, it's a bad challenge. I probably didn't know he was there. But when you look at that in slow motion, it's a red, isn't it? Oh. The thing is, the slow motion makes it look so much worse. If the ref looks at this, it's a red. Because it's so high. It gets him in the thigh. I mean, you can't argue if it's a red, but I'd also be upset if it was a red if I was a Southampton fan. Either way, you look at it. It just looks worse each time you see it slower. Great fan base. Now, fan bases are a funny thing for me, right? So when people go on about City are, you know, empty-had and all that, I go to the games. I don't miss any of the home games. 50-50 that for me. Could have been a red, could have been a yellow. But I'm surprised the ref's not been told to go look at it at least. So yeah, when I look at fan bases, right, and they're going about, oh, you know, diehard fans, diehard this. Every fan base has diehard fans. Every fan base. It doesn't matter what club you support. Yeah, you're going to have those fans that just sit there and quiet at the match. You're going to have those that sing their heart out. That's just every single club. So, you know, if you're asking me who's got a better fan base, I don't think anyone in particular has a good defending, has a great fan base. But if you ask me who's got the most fans, it ain't us. I know it's not us. You know, we're not even the biggest club in Manchester, let alone in the country. So why would it be us? And that's another thing you got to remember as well about City is that there's two massive clubs in Manchester. We're not the biggest one. So, my slow motion makes it look so bad, that tackle. Could have gone either way. He's actually really lucky not to get red carded, but again, I'm not too fussed about it. It could have gone either way, yellow or red. You know. But no, I do think every fan base, like, they're going about, oh, Newcastle fans deserve it. But they're not saying that about us 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure they were. So you know what I mean? It's funny, isn't it? 10 years ago, people were asking me why I'm supporting my club. Now they're calling me a glory hunter. Can't win. And now I'm getting called a plastic fan. Wish I was, honestly. High school would have been more fun if I wasn't supporting them. But yeah, every fan base has die-hard fans, so I don't rate anything into it. I really don't. I live next to Old Trafford. Old Trafford is right behind me. I can hear every time United score. Every time Ronaldo scores, you know. I can hear it. I heard it today when they got the last minute against West Ham. Villa have the best fans. I used to know a Villa fan when I was growing up. When City weren't in the Premier League and Villa were. I felt more sorry for him being a Villa fan than he did for me being a City fan. Halo's a good game. Well, the thing is, no fan should throw anything onto the pitch. I mean, again, football, like I said, football is name calling for old men, like grown-ups. Who's throwing bottles? He got arrested, I think, didn't he, the fan, which is good, because it's assault. You can't be throwing bottles at players. You can't be running on the pitch. You shouldn't be going near the players. It's shocking behaviour. It's like, do you remember that? When was it? Like, or was it like 7, 8 years ago when Everton were in Europe? I'm pretty sure they were in Europe. I don't know who they were playing. I think they're playing a French team or something. And the Everton fans got riled up at the end of the game, and one of the fans tried to punch the goalkeeper with a baby in his arms. Do you remember that? Who were they playing? Like Leon? No, not Leon. Leo or someone. I don't know. I don't know what the longest City have gone without win under Pep, because that first season under Pep was awful. When we finished, was it 4th we finished under Pep? We were so bad that season. Asian team who couldn't pass the ball. I don't know what the longest is we've been without win under Pep. But this season we didn't start off well. Last season we didn't start off well. You got to remember that as well. Last season we were like, what, 12 points behind Tottenham or something after 9 games? Yeah, that went out for a throw, didn't it? Well, everybody used to have a soft spot for City. When a team's not got the money and when teams are not winning, everyone's got a soft spot for the team. That free. Jesus is down, isn't it? Not good for us. I can see Southampton nicking a goal here. If Southampton do nick a goal. Now this game, I think this game, a draw would be a fair result. We were poor in the first half, been much better in the second. So bad in the first. Cancelo dived in there. Fortunately got a touch on the ball. Did Man City score? Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not 2-1, is it? It's only 1-1. Yeah, City seems to be saving up their energy for the last few minutes. Be a really good result for Southampton, this. It'd be a good result for us after the way the first half went. It'd be absolutely cruel if we scored against them now. Laporte needed to put his foot in there. Watch out for the ball over the top because they got 2 players. I don't bet on I don't bet at all on anything. I wouldn't trust my personality on betting. I saw how I used to go for online poker. I don't bet. And I definitely would not bet on City. Ever. Because the old City fan in me, that they're just always going to let me down. Regardless if I put them on for a win or draw or defeat. I don't like betting at all. Not for me. Bam, bam, bam. Really should just did that first time. City will conquer champions. If you mean Champions League, nah, probably not, to be honest. I think last season was our best chance. For the league, well, we're still in pole position. Even if Liverpool win their games in hand, what is it, we're 6 points ahead of them? Yeah, I think we're 6 points ahead of them, even if Liverpool win all their games in hand on us. So it's going to come down to the Liverpool City game, isn't it? The Etihad. And if we don't lose that game, if we just get something from the Liverpool game, who have we got left to play at home? Got Tottenham to play at home, Liverpool, United. And that's the big boys. Well, again, anything can happen. Season's not over. It's a long season. I think a lot of the City hate is just, you know, a lot of it is just bitterness as well. Because like I said, every club spends money. Well, not every club, but every club that wants to be successful spends money. Typically, you're going to always have that outlier like Leicester, you get a little bit lucky. You know, right time for them and all that. But people are going to hate you when you're successful regardless. It's the way it is. But I really don't put too much into the hate that we get. I think I'd take 1-1 here. I'd happily go for the full-time whistle now. Take the draw, take the point. It's been a tough game for us. They worked really hard, Southampton. They've done really well. De Bruyne on the counter. Loses it. Good defending again. He's played really well. I don't know who he is, but Canelo losing the ball. Who's that? Salisu. He's played really well today. Great tackle on De Bruyne, that. If he hadn't made that. Yeah, he's had a great game, him. I'd give him man of the match, I think. He's been better than all our strikers. Definitely. I don't think we buy anyone to weaken other clubs. I think we only buy players that fit the personality of our other players there. We don't buy egos, do we? I mean, we've not always done that, but now, you know, if you look at the personality of all our players, they're pretty much exactly the same. So that's why I think we've not gone for Haaland. I mean, no other club's gone for Haaland as well, because you're looking at Haaland's massive wage, massive transfer, and his agent's going to want an absolute... His agent is dad, Haaland. Was it Raiola? I can't remember. But there's big money involved in the Haaland transfer, which is why other clubs haven't gone for him either. Because he's going to be like 200 million plus when it's all said and done. And I think if City were buying or signing players just to weaken teams, when we had the chance to sign Sanchez, we would have done. But we refused his. We refused to meet Mahrez's. Well, Leicester's asking price for Mahrez 3 times before they lowered it. Rodri nearly stealing again like he did against Arsenal. That's even a free kick there. What's the free kick for? Like a fair bit of pinball in the box for me. I mean, I don't... How could you give it either way? Free kick open. Hello. Southampton gonna have one more attack. Oh, Cancelo let him run. How Cancelo let him run there? Cancelo looks knackered. Fortunately, Rodgers positioning, you know. Man City or Man United. I don't know how anyone can like United, if I'm honest. I think they're a poorly run club. The players are overpaid. And I think their lack of community work, shocking. I think their youth team doesn't even play in Manchester. Neither do their women's team. I don't like anything about them. They really don't do much. Their club living off their name. Is it 5 years now United haven't won a trophy? 5 years, isn't it? After this season. Top 4 thing. United have definitely lost their way. You know, United have. They've lost their way, United. 100%. But it's what happens when greed gets to you. Like, the greed hasn't gone to our club because, you know, we don't have that fan base. We didn't have the sponsorships or anything, and we still don't. We're still competing with United for it all. But it's not gone to our heads. It's all gone to... we're still working hard in that department. I remember when we got bought. What the fuck was that pass? It's going to be 1-0 this. Awful, awful. But yeah, when you look at even Pep's, I'm bemused, mate. Drop him, sell him, get rid of him. Shit pass that was. But it's not a defeat, so we can continue our undefeated run. Yeah, we didn't win, but you know, we won 12 games in a row. Top of the league because of it. I'll take 38 out of 40 points. De Bruyne, what's De Bruyne doing there? Running for the long ball. Crazy. It's going to be another short corner, probably. Oh. At least we turned up in the second half. First half, we were just poor. There it is, 1-1. Hasenhuttl, I like Hasenhuttl, to be fair. I think he's a great manager. And that just shows you what it means as well. When Southampton celebrate like that 1-0 draw, you know your club's going places. You know you've got a good team, and other ones are celebrating draws. But yeah, no, good game. I think Southampton played really well. I do. I think Sterling was poor in that first half and shouldn't come out for the second. I thought we picked up a lot in the second half as well. I thought Jesus made a bit of a difference on the right. But overall, 1-1, can't complain. Fair result. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Oh, and we're still unbeaten. Yeah, we didn't get our 13th win. But, like I said, it does mean if Liverpool win their games in hand, we're still 6 points clear of them. With the Etihad game to go. So even if we lose that, we're still going to be a game in front. So, no complaints from me. And yeah. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for anyone who hit subscribe as well. Cheers to Aston V2. Not often you speak to a Villa fan. Thanks Sam as well for dropping in. The Bolton fan and Jafar. Thanks very much. Everyone else as well. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And I'm gonna go throw some food in for myself. I've not eaten today. I'll do my match reaction afterward. Alright, have fun, enjoy. Thanks so much for joining. And yeah, 1-1. Well done, Southampton. He had a great result. Great game. 1-1. Fair. No complaints from me. But I'll catch that on the match reaction. Yeah, don't forget to hit the subscribe. Bye, all, man. Oh, thanks, Aston. I appreciate that. Yeah, drop in at any time. I think it's the international break now. Yeah, thanks for dropping in. See you again, Jafar. Peace, man. Enjoy. Yeah. See you on the match reaction. Bye-bye.